What up, my man in society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Loke, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like and are subscribed to the channel. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. It's absolutely free. You won't get charged. Join the madness. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was I was having a conversation with one of my subscribers, and we are discussing about the overall mental of individuals, right? How strong our 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 brain and mind is, right, into what it could make us believe and think, right? People underestimate that. They think that they're able to control their overall brain, right? But your brain is so advanced and so ahead that it knows stuff that you're just not even paying attention to right now, right? That's why people certain things maybe seem familiar, or you maybe thought you recognize somebody but just don't remember where. It's because your brain is always picking up stuff. Your brain is always working, right? So it's picking up stuff even when you're not paying attention. Even if you're not paying attention, your mind's already picking up a bunch of stuff and just storing it, right? And that's why things seem familiar, or why something or somebody looks familiar but you're just not able to point like, man, where did I see this person? You know what I mean? Or why people use hypnosis to bring back old memories and stuff like that, right? Because your brain is always recording, right? That's why they always get people, and always when a crime commit, and try to make them see if they could remember something, even if they're not paying attention. They may have witnessed something that they just didn't realize at the time, because this is all facts. This is all true. Research shows it and everything. So our brain is always constantly recording, right? So our brain is a very powerful thing, right? And it can make people believe a lot of things, right? That's why the drugs that have a hold on a lot of people, have the hold that it does, right? And why certain individuals, it's kind of hard for them to get rid of bad habits, old habits, and stuff like that, right? Um, People think that they have this in the bag, but in all true reality, like, no, you know what I mean? You underestimate how the brain works. And so people say, why do people do the things that they do in the streets? Can't they see that it's stupid? Can't they see that whatever? But when you believe in something, when you truly, this is where you put all your emotions, and this is what you truly believe in, it can make people believe a lot of things, right? Hence why the videos are playing in the background, right? Some are of churches, right? Religion. Some could even say cults, right? Because these priests claim to have this magical healing power. And these are the ones that kind of get on my nerves, you know what I mean? Because they're con artists, you know what I mean? Tricking people into believing certain things, that way they could get money, or just the overall they love the attention that they're receiving, right? That they're and look at the amount of people that are believing in all of this, right? We're talking about a lot of people, right? But at the same time, this is taking place in several other countries, right? So it doesn't help that their spiritual faith is a lot more greater in these other countries, right? Their overall belief system is a lot more strong, right? So of course, if they believe in the supernatural, or the power of God and stuff like that, of course, then they're gonna believe that all of this is true, right? Why would they doubt it, right? Why wouldn't they believe it, right? um if that's the spiritual connection is so strong, of course they're gonna believe it. And some, like these fake martial artists, right, who have the power to they teach this martial art where they're able to knock down people without even touching them. And these people make money, bro, because they have a lot of students who pay these individuals for this, bro. Like, they're literally they literally believe in this, bro. They're literally believing this, that they're able to knock somebody down without actually touching them, bro. I recommend you don't do that if you're ever getting robbed or something like that. Yeah, don't ever try none of these things, because your key is not going to be able to stop and drop people. It's just not. You know what I mean? If you look at, overall the angles and actions of these individuals, you know, when do you ever see somebody that's going to try to jump you, only stay in front of you and not try to work his way around, or take, turns and stuff like that? Like, it just doesn't happen, So the fact that they want people to believe this is, no, that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that people believe this, right? And a gang of them, a bunch of them, right? See, with the religious one, I don't blame the people because they believe that you know the grace of God is blessing them with his like I said, I'm not religious. I don't believe in none of that, right? But I don't take it away from nobody, right? And I'm not saying I'm right and they're wrong, whatever. You know what I mean? If they want to believe, then let them believe. I mean, it's not hurting nobody. Um, it's a good thing, right? They believe in something good, right? So a toda madre, right? So at least that they believe that they're being graced with the energy of God and stuff like that, right? So at least they believe because it's coming from a good place, right? So with that it's like, all right, like I mean, it's still not right that these priests, do this kind of stuff to these individuals, right? For their own selfish, greed, but that's neither here nor there, right? But the other ones, right, the martial artist ones, the ones that trick people, and and people believe this, that in itself is messed up, that they do that. And and I don't blame people for wanting to believe that, you know what I mean? And how do people end up falling for these things? Like I said, bro, when you truly believe in something, or you feel good finally being a part of something, right? And a lot of people believe in the supernatural, right? Because why wouldn't they? I mean, you hear religion being preached everywhere, right? People go to church and religion and everything like that. And I mean, a lot of people are being told of ghosts and supernatural beings like the devil and God, who have these, essentially these powers, right? The reincarnation of Jesus Christ, so people could be brought back, and the souls, and and the tales of giants and cyclops, and so throughout history, our humanity has been fed all this supernatural talk and powers and stuff like that, right? So why wouldn't people believe this, right? You can't tell somebody monsters doesn't exist or goblins and ghouls don't exist when you're telling them that there's a person with horns and a tail that's red, that's coming for them if they do something bad, bro. Then of course, if that's what people are saying that is real and whatever, then of course they're gonna believe in all this. Why wouldn't anything else be real? Of course, everything else is possible now. If this is possible, if people are being reincarnated, then why wouldn't somebody else be able to be reincarnated? So of course they're gonna believe this, because this is what's fed to the world. So people believe in all of this supernatural. That's why it allows people who are out there looking to exploit. It gives them an opportunity of how to strongly get a mind hold on individuals. That's why you see these people that are in cults, or Manson, and how he was able to control these people to do all the heinous crimes that he did. Yes, because when you choose, to believe in stuff like that, it's easier for them to get a grip on a hold on you, right? Especially if they tell, they're able to convince them that they don't do it, that somebody will take their soul, or anything like that, bro. Of course, then they're gonna believe in all of this, and it's gonna have a hold on individuals. And of course, it's gonna be hard for you to convince this person that these people are lying to them and deceiving them and everything like that, when people preach nothing about, always about this, supernatural talk. Like I said, I don't believe in none of that, right? I don't take it away from individuals, So that's why when somebody comes and tries to explain some stuff to me, I like to have, rational conversations, right? With facts, with actual facts, being brought to the table. That's why I lean more into science, bro, because it provides the evidence and the facts, bro, to explain stuff. You know what I mean? Instead of just taking somebody's word for it, because if there's anything that we have learned throughout history, is that man likes to deceive and lie for their own selfish benefits. I mean, this person could be telling me this and that, but bro, the facts are showing the complete opposite, bro. And this is not gonna lie, because this doesn't have a reason why to lie. It doesn't have emotions and stuff like that, right? That's why people are able to find out how a murder was done or who committed the murder without actually being there, right? Because the evidence shows and tells the story, bro, and without the lies. And people can't say that, well, no, that's not true, or it's made up, whatever, because that's why these killers or attempted killers and whatever are always left speechless because these people were able to solve the crime and tell it exactly how they did it without them being there, and it completely blows their mind. Like, how the fuck do you know? Like, how do you know that it went down like that? Were you spying on me? Because they have, in their confessions, they have said like, damn, there's a trip that these guys were able to, know how we did it and how it went when they weren't even there. They even knew how the conversation went and why we started arguing when they weren't even there. These people are really good at their jobs, bro. Because the overall psychology, the overall human behavior of individuals, it's always going to tell the truth and it's always going to paint the picture, bro. You may be able to lie, whatever, but your demeanor is not going to be able to lie, bro. You may be able to, cook up the lie in your head, bro, but your overall demeanor it reacts on its own, bro. You don't have control over that. You know what I mean? Because even psychopaths can't even keep their cool when they have that part, the brain where they can't even, feel no emotions, right? And somehow even they still are, mind blown. You know what I mean? Because the power of the brain is something that's very, very... It fascinates me, bro. It fascinates me on how, you're able to tell so much with just people's demeanors and overall able to tell somebody's past just by their overall, how they act and their character. That, could tell you a lot about, maybe their overall experiences in life. It's a trip. But overall, that's just my thoughts, right, on the overall, psychological hold that believing has on individuals. What are you guys' thoughts? Leave it in the comments and shout out. We out.